Okay, despite the fact that it is incredibly gray out today, let's walk and talk about our expectations for the president. In this case, with case study of Donald Trump. Now, yesterday, Megyn Kelly came back from her voluntary 11-day vacation, and I didn't watch her show because I will never ever really watch her show. But Donald Trump greeted her return by both tweeting a bunch of derogatory things about how she sucks and she's not on her game and stuff like that, although I again doubt that he watched it too. And he retweeted people calling her a bimbo and stuff like that. Now, today Fox News is defending her, although I fail to really see how these attacks against Megyn Kelly by Donald Trump are any different than all of the other attacks against Megyn Kelly or against women. But it is perhaps the most immature series of attacks by Donald Trump, because he's not even in the middle of a feud with her. It's not like she just asked the questions at the debate. As of right now, it was almost 2 weeks ago that she asked him some questions he didn't like, and so he tweeted some immature stuff. Now, he's like campaigning to be the most powerful man in the world, and he's literally spending his time going on social media and saying that she's bad at her job, when she's not even talking about him. And look, I don't really care about Trump because I still remain committed to the idea that he's not going to be the president, but he's still popular, despite every day sinking to a new low, not in terms of how extreme his positions are, we expect that at this point, but just in terms of how little of an adult he is, how little of a professional he is. And it makes me a little bit pessimistic, because it seems like in America we have absolutely no expectations for what sort of person should be the president. We used to joke back in the George W. Bush days that Americans just want to be able to have a beer with their president. But that isn't even true anymore. Does anybody seriously want to have a beer with Donald Trump? He's a fucking asshole. You wouldn't enjoy 1 second of conversation with him. It's not like, well, if you forget the politics, you can just go back to having a talk about the ladies or something, or football. Nobody wants to fucking talk to Donald Trump. Donald Trump doesn't like talking to Donald Trump. That's why he spends so much time on social media. What do we want? Do we want a child, a man-child as our president? Why don't we want someone smarter than us, someone more inquisitive, more curious, more open-minded, more experienced, more wise? Why don't we want those things for the presidency? I mean, look, you can attack Hillary in all different ways, and I will. She's a serious person for the most part. I think she's wrong about a lot of issues, but she's serious. Bernie Sanders is a serious person. These are people who have some level of dignity that would match with the position that they're going for. I mean, you could even say on the look, I hate Jeb Bush and Marco Rubio, but they're not complete and utter children, and yet they're not the ones that are winning. It's Donald Trump who's getting all the coverage, more coverage than any Democrat or any Republican, and I don't know that this is sustainable. If he were to become president, if Kim Kardashian's the president after him, is this what the strongest and greatest country in the history of the world needs as its leaders? A progression of just disgusting, immature reality stars? Is that at the end of the day what we deserve as Americans at this point? That's the question that I leave for you. A bit depressing walk and talk, I admit, but one that has been forced upon me by reality. Let me know what you think, and we'll walk and talk another time.